Hey, I'm joined by Joy today, who's taking part in the Curious Festival next week with their show, How to Be a Hot Mess. So, Joy, can you introduce yourself and just tell us who you are, really?
Yeah, so my name's Joy Cruickshank. My pronouns are he, they, and I am going to be performing with the other half of my theatre company, Not Forever Young. We'll be performing How to Be a Hot Mess. It's going to be a 30-minute extract based on an R&D we did at Lee's Playhouse with supported by Jamie Fletcher. The show itself is about a young person who confesses that they don't know how to be an adult and they don't know how to be a woman. And in doing so, they evoke a manual guide who is a manual guide on how to be a hot mess. And through the show, we explore mental health, trans experience, finding your identity and gender identity, and also finding your community. It's a very comedic, it's very impactful. It's the balance of light and dark, and yeah, it's just a beautiful, hilarious show.
Why do you think it's important for people to come and see this show in particular? Like, what's the key message or the key idea behind it?
I think it's important for people to come and see the show because we had so little trans representation in theatre, especially trans mask representation. And I think it's really valuable for members of the audience who struggle with gender identity or are still or identify as trans or are trans. It's also great for cisgender members of the audience to explore the beauty and also the struggles of what it's like to come out as trans. So it's great for the LGBTQIA+ community. It's great for cisgender members of the audience. And it's just great to kind of I think many of us can identify with what it's like to be messy in your 20s. So that's something that everybody can access.
So how does it feel to have your work presented as part of Curious Festival and to be involved with that?
It's great. It's fantastic. It's really great to be part of a larger collective of artists and creatives celebrating LGBTQIA+ art. It's really exciting to be able to perform at Northern Stage. And it's just great to kind of also see other artists that I know and connect with them and support them. It just feels like one big celebration.
How have Curious Arts themselves allowed you to develop your practice as an artist? Like, how have they supported you with your work?
Oh gosh, in many ways. It's been great to be able to access mentorship from producers and other theatre makers that kind of align with my practice, because this is the first play that I've written, and this is the first time that we as a theatre company are producing. So to have that mentorship that's personalised and one-to-one has been incredible. We've learned so much over the year, but also there's so many opportunities that we've been able to access that we wouldn't have been able to do before, like coming to Northern Stage season launch, like going to the Queer, Joy and Radical Acts conference at the Contact in Manchester. It's also been a great opportunity just to connect with other LGBTQIA+ creatives, and so that we can share and support and connect and also learn through each other's artistry. So yeah, it's been brilliant.
I've kind of asked you why people should come and see your show in particular, but why do you think people should come to Curious Festival in general at Northern Stage and beyond as well?
So I think they should come because what is so beautiful about art forms and theatre and performance that's created by LGBTQIA+ people is that it's very unique and expressed in a very different way. The narrative is a very different way of expressing it. It's not traditional theatre. There's always a blending. Performance art, there's drag storytelling time. So it's very lively and fun, but also impactful. I think it's always valuable to learn about other experiences that aren't our own. So I think if you want to be a part of a celebration, if you want to be part of accessing art that is completely different and unique, if you just want to have a grand old time, I think come to Curious Arts Festival because it's the place to be at.